Hey baseball fans, my name is Alan Maurice and welcome back to another episode of All Things Dodgers. We're about to get into the Dodgers' latest series against the San Diego Padres, but before we do, I'd like to say, please, if you haven't gotten the chance, subscribe to my channel, leave a like on this video, click the notifications bell, leave a comment down below. What did you think of the Dodgers' latest series against the Padres, and what are you looking forward to seeing in the Diamondback series to come? Before we get into our series summary, I'd like to do another test your knowledge question. And since the Dodgers just play the Padres, the question is going to be Padres centered. And here's the question. How many current Padres used to play in the big leagues for the Dodgers? Is it A, 3, B, 2, C, 5, or D, 8? So think about it. Think about who is on the Padres, and we'll get back to that question at the end of the video for the answer. So stick around for that. We're now heading into our series summary. The first game of this 4-game series against the Padres was on Friday night. Dodgers win the first game 10-5. Bobby Miller goes 3 2/3 innings, only gives up 1 run with 3 strikeouts. I loved what I saw out of Miller, but I hoped he could have gone a little longer. After all, he is a rookie and this is part of the learning curve, so I'm not worried about Miller. Hopefully he can take what he got out of this game and use it for his next start, all part of the learning process. So I'm not worried about Miller. James Outman, though, I'm loving what I'm seeing from him. He robs Tatis of a home run out there in center field. It's the first inning. He's starting off the game right. Then he hits a home run of his own in the second inning. So Outman has really turned it around this season, and he's becoming one of my favorite players. So go Outman. Padres do gain the lead in this game until David Peralta finally in the 8th inning. Dodgers tie the game back up. It's an RBI double down the left field line. And after that, the Dodgers, they just erupt as far as their offense. 5-run, 8th inning. Dodgers eventually gain a lasting lead, 10-5. They win that game. Moving on to Saturday, the Padres win this game 8-3. Ends up being their only win of the series. 8-3 is their final lead in the game. Will Smith started off the game in the first inning with a home run, so things are going well for the Dodgers offensively. Michael Grove on the pitching side, he went 1 1/3 inning with 4 strikeouts. Then pitching turns over to Ryan Yarbrough. He goes 4 1/3 innings. It was his Dodger debut, so how did he do? Well, he allowed only 1 run with 3 strikeouts. So I love to see Ryan Yarbrough going out there, not allowing many runs. I thought he would go longer as far as his pitching start length, but if we can use Grove and Yarbrough in a piggyback type of role for future games, that would be a great addition to the rotation, a great adjustment to that rotation that has definitely been lacking in pitching length as far as starts and how long pitchers go out there for. Almonte eventually, from the bullpen, Yancy Almonte gets the loss. He's credited with 3 earned runs. Of course, the defense didn't help him very much. I think of when Ferguson came to replace Almonte, they tried to pick off the runner who was running to second. Ball goes away, and then just chaos ensues. Kike Hernandez throws a ball into the Padres dugout, so defense definitely didn't help Almonte, but ultimately he gets the loss for that game. Padres get their 1 win of the series. Moving on to Game 3, which was on Sunday, Dodgers win this game 8-2, thanks to a Lance Lynn 6-inning start. He gets the win. He allowed only 1 earned run. It was off of a homer by Gary Sanchez in the 3rd inning, but other than that, he looked fantastic. He's missing bats, 6 strikeouts. It was his 2nd start in a Dodgers uniform, and he has been fantastic, exactly what the Dodgers needed. So hopefully his next start can continue this trend of going deep into the game, getting strikeouts, missing bats, and not giving up runs. Ahmed Rosario, who was one of the Dodgers' trade pickups from the Guardians, he hits a 2-run homer in the 1st inning. He's been hitting cleanup in the cleanup spot, that 4th slot in the lineup when there's a left-handed pitcher. So interesting, wasn't expecting that, but he is definitely producing. He had a double in the first game of the series that drove in a couple of runs, and then 2-run homer in the 1st inning. So I love to see that from Ahmed Rosario. I would like to see him continue that production. Freddie Freeman just continuing his great run in August. 3-run home run in the 2nd inning off of Rich Hill. Then Mookie later in the game, his 30th home run. Everything is against a left-handed pitcher in Rich Hill. So that was the Dodgers' weakness, was hitting against left-handed pitchers. They are showing that they are turning that around. So definitely a trend that I would like to see continue for the Dodgers as the season goes on. Now coming into today's game, Monday, it was a matinee game in the afternoon, 1:10. And the Dodgers win this game 13-7, a blowout win. Didn't start out well, though. Tony Gonsolin does get the win, but he gives up 5 runs in the bottom of the third inning. It's like every pitch he was throwing was falling in for a hit. Padres were coming around the bases, scoring runs. In the end, Gonsolin goes 6 innings, 3 strikeouts, only allows 1 other run after that 5-run third inning. He gets that win, but didn't matter how many runs he gave up to the Padres because the Dodgers offense backed him up. The 4th inning, right after Gonsolin's third inning where he struggled, they just go crazy with 8 runs, capped by Mookie Betts' 31st homer, which was a grand slam. And if you watched it, it was my second video, I believe. The trivia question was, what is the Dodgers franchise record for most grand slams in a season? Well, the Dodgers just tied that today with their 11th grand slam, so congratulations to the Dodgers. Later on in the game, it's the 6th inning, and they are up for 5 more runs. So just all around a great day for the Dodgers, 13-7, getting ready for the pack-up and heading over to Arizona for the next series, which will be 2 games. But before we get into the preview for the Diamondbacks series, what are our takeaways? Let's talk about that. I want to focus on, not on pitching, but on the different types of run production that the Dodgers are capable of getting. I mean, I look at on Sunday. Austin Barnes goes up there, who doesn't have a very good batting average, terrible batting average, but good player, and he puts a sac bunt down there, and Taylor comes home, initially called out, Gary Sanchez tagging him out, but call is overturned with Gary Sanchez blocking the plate illegally. Taylor is called safe at home upon review, and that just shows that the Dodgers are capable of producing runs not just via the home run or extra base pop, but you've got stolen bases, you've got these sac bunts, sac flies. I think they're leading the majors in sac flies this season, so they are just a cohesive team. They're fighting for each other, and from everything we've heard, they've really become just one big brotherhood, and they're all playing for each other. So I like to see that kind of working together to score runs. But if you do want to talk about extra bases, you've got 12 doubles this series and 7 home runs by the Dodgers. So they've got small ball, right? Stolen bases and bunts and sac flies. They've got the extra base power. And then you've got little bloop hits like Will Smith's today and Miguel Rojas, who gave the Dodgers their 4th run of the game. Little things like that. They're just capable of different types of run production, and that's what I love to see from this Dodgers team. And looking ahead to the Diamondbacks series, it's only going to be 2 games, starting tomorrow and then game 2 on Wednesday. Tomorrow will be Julio Urias versus Brandon Pfaadt. I should have looked up how to say that name. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it, but he is a rookie for the Diamondbacks. But looking to Urias, he only went 5 innings in his last start as he was recovering from a left index finger injury. So hoping he can go at least 6 innings in this upcoming start. Looking forward to seeing how far he goes. Then game 2 is Wednesday. Bobby Miller makes another start versus Merrill Kelly for the Diamondbacks, who has a 3.21 ERA this season, so good number right there. Diamondbacks, as far as the standings, are 9 games out of first place in the NL West Division. 9 games out of first place. Who's first place? Dodgers. So we'll see how that matchup plays out. The Diamondbacks were tied with the Dodgers for first place during the All-Star break, and since then they've just dropped. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play against the Dodgers. Earlier in the season, they ran and they stole a lot of bases against the Dodgers. It'll be interesting to see if that trend continues with this upcoming series. Overall, if you look at the wild card race, they're 1.5 games out of that last wild card spot as of the time of this recording. So they're definitely not out of the postseason picture. They're going to make a push. They've got a good team there. They've got some spirit. They have a lot of rookies who are energized and excited. So I'm excited to watch the Dodgers play the Diamondbacks starting tomorrow, and then on Wednesday. Well, you know what time it is. It's time to revisit our Test Your Knowledge question. We'll put it back up for you. Question is, how many current Padres used to play in the big leagues for the Dodgers? Is it A, 3, B, 2, C, 5, or D, 8? And the answer is A, 3. You've got Manny Machado, who was picked up by the Dodgers in 2018 at the trade deadline. Then Rich Hill and Yu Darvish, also a 2018 teammate of Manny Machado on the Dodgers. So there you go, 3 Padres players. Thought that would be fun if we had a Padres-related question since they just played the San Diego team. I'm really satisfied from what I saw out of the Dodgers during this past series, but let me know what you thought of the Dodgers' play against the Padres in the comments down below. Please leave a like on this video, click the notifications bell, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you for all your support with all my videos and also all my future videos as well. Thank you, everybody. My name is Alan Maurice, and I will see you next time on All Things Dodgers. Go Dodgers!